Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Robinson Community College. Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. I'm so excited to have Dr. Johnny Smith in the studio with me today. You are the VP of Robinson Community College. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to a great conversation.
I want to know a little bit more about you guys and what you're all about.
Well, I can tell you at Robinson Community College, one thing about us is that we meet students where they are and we take them as far as they can go. Whether you've made a mistake or feel like that maybe higher education is not for you, we don't believe that. We believe that everybody can learn, and so we want to meet you where you are, whether you're an adult learner who may have started college and perhaps stopped and looking to start back. We want to reach you, or even if you are a high school student who hasn't been to college yet, we certainly want to reach you. So we have a lot to offer at Robinson Community College for all learners.
And a lot of different programs too.
Oh yeah, we have a number of programs that I'm excited about, particularly our nursing program, which is a highlight, along with cybersecurity. And we have our university transfer. If students just want to come over, get their transfer courses out of the way and then transfer to the university. We also have information systems technology. We have culinary, which is always an exciting endeavor to see our students participate in learning to prepare delicacies and meals like that. So we have a number of programs for all learners and everybody at Robinson Community College.
And you mentioned adult learners.
Oh yeah.
You guys actually have outreach programs to help adult learners even more.
We do, and adult learners, they're very, very important. We want to reach out to these adult learners because they have started college, and you know, it took a lot of guts, if you will, to be able to start college, and so now we want to help them across the finish line. And so as part of North Carolina's initiative, this is by the year 2030, we want to have 2 million North Carolinians with a credential, whether that's a certificate, diploma, and/or degree. And so we're reaching out to the 14,000 or more adult learners in our community to get them to come back to Robinson Community College and finish what they started, whether it's a short-term program in workforce development or a degree. We certainly want them on our campus with us at Robinson Community College.
And of course, we do have to talk scholarships too, right?
Oh,
there
yeah.
are some scholarships available for people too.
Absolutely. Among financial aid, which I know a lot of people have heard about, the FAFSA, and we certainly want folks to fill out the FAFSA application. That's important. But we also have what we call the NC Next Scholarship, which is a $3,000 scholarship if folks qualify. And I believe those criteria, you can go to our website and see those. However, one of those criteria I know is that if you make under $80,000 in a household, then you may be able to qualify for that scholarship. So come on out to Robinson Community College, and if not the scholarship, we certainly have financial aid, and we also have our foundation with a number of scholarships that students may qualify for.
Yeah, and I know we can talk about all the nice stuff like scholarships and programs, but what do you think really sets you guys apart from other places?
Yeah, I think what sets Robinson Community College apart is, and I've heard it described like when students come on our campus, it's like they get a hug.
I love that.
Yeah, right? It's like they're hugged by the campus. In other words, we love our students. We love them across the finish line. That's our goal. Now, there's some rigor, because you certainly have to pass the courses and do what you need to do, but we certainly have a culture of care and sincere love for our students, and we want to see the best for them.
That's awesome. And of course, you have to go in person to really see it for yourself.
Yeah, you have to go in person, although we have a number of online activities and courses and degrees and certificates that students could get online, but boy, sometimes it's just hard to explain it. You have to experience it. And so we'd love to have students and prospective students to come on our campus and just feel the love and feel the environment and the excitement that happens only on campus.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Robinson Community College.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined in the studio with Charles from Long Bay Symphony. How are you doing?
Just fine, thanks.
Awesome. Okay, tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm the music director of the Long Bay Symphony, which is this region's professional orchestra. And you know, it's funny because as much as we've been around, I think, gosh, it's, and now I can't remember exactly, it's our 36th, 37th season. Wow. They're going to kill me in the office for not remembering the exact year. But we've been around a while, but for a cultural institution, it's not that long. And since people are, you know, it's so transient, people are constantly moving into this area from primarily the Northeast or the Charlotte area or wherever. And it's amazing how, in spite of all we do, people don't know they have a professional symphony orchestra in town. Yeah. So we do, of course, our traditional subscription concerts, classical things, and try to make that as varied as possible using, you know, ballet dancers and, you know, just as much variety as we can. But our biggest thrust over the past several years has been to do more diverse programming and more outreach. So we've done things like the New Year's Eve concert that we do and a gala, to, of course, Messiah performances in December. Also a Gullah to Gospel program involving a mass gospel choir in March. We've done patriotic war and peace concerts for the past several years over Veterans Day weekend. And so we're just out there in the community reaching all segments of the community, with a lot of those concerts being free, sponsored by the Chapin Foundation and other organizations. So that's kind of our mission, is to be out there and be a part of this community. And it's amazing, invariably after a concert, I'll have someone come up to me and say, "Oh, this was amazing. I had no idea we had a professional orchestra in this area." Which is sort of why I'm here today.
Yeah, we're spreading the word.
Yeah.
And these are talented musicians that deserve to, you know, get some spotlight on them.
Our musicians basically play in orchestras throughout the region, in the South Carolina Philharmonic, Wilmington, Charleston, you know, all of the general area, and they just travel. A lot of them are professors at universities, or, you know, so it's, you just go where the activity is.
I love it. Well, we're having a beautiful day today on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined by Kim in the studio, and you are from Be Empowered. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Okay, tell me all about what you guys do.
So Be Empowered Worldwide is an organization created to help girls and women walk in emotional wellness. And we do this in 3 ways. We offer education products, wellness products, and advocacy.
Where did you see that there was a need for an organization like this?
So the organization started about 12 years ago. I owned a child care facility.
Oh, cool.
And the mothers normally were the single mothers, because we had a lot of underprivileged children, or children who were socioeconomically challenged. I don't know how to be politically correct there, but and we found that they needed more than just child care. They sometimes needed someone to help them to speak up for things that weren't right, maybe in their housing, or to help them work through problems with getting the resources that they needed. So that's where it started.
Filling in those gaps.
Filling in the gaps.
How does that feel, being able to do that and actually watch these young ladies thrive?
So when I look back now and see the students and families that I was taking care of 15 years ago, and see that they're graduating from college and they're walking into great careers, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I bet. Well, how can our viewers get involved and help you guys with your mission?
So Be Empowered worldwide.com. They can always go there. We have a GoFundMe page, so they can go there. Right now we're working on collecting or taking in donations to help us with our literacy program for the summer.
Okay, cool.
So that's our greatest need right now. So the GoFundMe page is all for that purpose. And what we'll do is we'll take the money, we'll buy books, hoping to give each girl a set of 10 books, so that they can have a book a week to read over the summer. And then we'll have online tutoring and conversation about the books that they read.
All right, lovely.
Yeah.
What's that website again so people can remember it?
www.beempoweredworldwide.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and I'm joined in studio with Coach Shanice. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what you do. You're a coach. What does that mean, really?
So I am a coach, yes. First, I'm a health coach, so I help people get healthy. I own a business that's called Glow Up Wellness, and what we do is transform people's lives through nutrition.
All right, how'd you get into this field in the first place? We all have a story, you know.
Yes, so I decided one day that I needed to lose some weight.
Okay.
I had hit a wall and I thought I need to change my life, and I did. I decided to, eat healthier, do some more working out, things like that. And it kind of led to a passion about it. So I'm like, if I can do this, I ended up losing over 80 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, anybody can do it if I can do it. So I decided to help people do it as well.
I think a big hurdle for a lot of people is motivation and kind of knowing where to start when you're not educated on the subject. How do you approach that with people?
So two things. Baby steps is the first one. Sometimes we look at the larger shiny goal, and when we embark on the journey, we kind of so far from that it gets discouraging. But if you know to take the small step in front of you, if you keep doing that, you'll get to the larger goal. And also, motivation only gets us started. It's the discipline that keeps us going. So part of my coaching is helping people develop that discipline.
Is it rewarding to see people actually, shed the pounds, feel more confident?
Seriously, I mean, I've had people lose 60 plus pounds, even 30 plus. Like, if you lose a pound, I am like a cheerleader rooting for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
So we hear a lot about, is it diet, is it exercise, is it a combo of both? In your field, like, what do you think?
It's totally a combination of both, but one does weigh out the other. So if you are looking to, get healthier, but specifically lose weight, it's 75 to 80% what you eat, what you put in your body versus 20 to 25% of what you actually do with your body.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I always heard the abs were made in the kitchen.
Well, they can be. They start in the kitchen.
All right. Well, can you give us some tips, for people that are interested in starting?
Sure. So like I said, just first you should do a wellness evaluation with me. I take a peek into what your life looks like on an average day, and I nitpick kind of what small changes you can make to see really big results if you stay consistent there. I also do 21-day challenges to support people to stay consistent. So you stay close to me for 21 days, you get all these resources, you get so many tips and tricks, you get to hear other people's stories, and that's what helps people, that's what helped me, even myself, to stay committed and to keep seeing the results that I really want to see. So do those baby steps, and then when you need help and you realize you can't do it on your own, seek help. We seek help when we are struggling in certain areas. Don't hesitate to seek help when you're also trying to lose weight or get healthy as well.
For somebody with a really busy schedule, how do you work around that as a coach?
So one of the things I love about my journey is that my life has progressively gotten aggressively busy. I have 2 small children, I've gotten married, and I moved cross country in the past 4 years. Wow. So I totally understand busy. And so I personally love to work with busy people because I have that experience. Sometimes we look and we see different sections of where we can find a little bit of time to work out, where we might have not normally seen it, or where we can find space in the budget to eat a little healthier. Some people say it's expensive, but we'll look at your budget and we'll see, how we can find space to actually afford what you need in order to be a little bit healthier.
That's a holistic approach now.
I'm with it. That's the whole point of what I do, because one mold does not fit everybody. We have different lifestyles, we have different things about us, we have different ticks and triggers, and we love different foods, and my goal is to look at people's lives individually and provide a personalized plan.
Love it. So if somebody's interested in getting connected with you and getting started, how can they do that?
The easiest place to find everything that I do would be linktree.com/healthcoachnise. You'll find out information about my 21-day challenges. You can join my walk-in club. All of those things right there, Health Coach Nise on Linktree.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.